Not so long ago, when somebody outside of Texas mentioned Arlington, it might have been our town they were talking about. But over the last 10 or 15 years, that's changed for sure. Just what are we known for? What is the Arlington brand? The most obvious answer lies in our entertainment district. That's what visitors see. You might be surprised by a new upscale side to Arlington. For example, Viridian. The Viridian project has been over a decade in the making. The master planned community in North Arlington already has 130 homes built. It will eventually have more than 3,000, including some luxury and estate homes with prices of up to $2 to $3 million. Additional plans for the community include a state-of-the-art school in the HEB district, which is already being built. The resort pool complex and youth sailing center will open next spring, and discussions with potential restaurants are underway. We've also been working carefully to preserve existing neighborhoods through smart planning and preservation. When coupled with the new inventory of homes at Viridian, we feel Arlington provides a very wide range of quality housing choices. In 2005, shopping choices also expanded with the development of what is known now as the Arlington Highlands. The council partnered with the Mathis family to provide development support in the form of a tax increment reinvestment zone. Since then, more than 800,000 square feet of shops and restaurants have been developed. That makes the Arlington Highlands the fifth highest property taxpayer in Arlington, with a value of nearly $116 million. Additional examples of the city's growth in the entertainment district. Over the past 40 years, two major professional sports teams have moved to Arlington. Our longtime partner, Six Flags Over Texas, continues to innovate and improve its position in the tourism market. These proved to be very sound investments. For example, the Rangers ballpark in Arlington was paid off 10 years early, and it continues to have a significant economic impact on the community, estimated at $46 million a year. It's nice to have a team we can boast about with 6 postseason appearances, including 2 recent trips to the World Series. With the Cowboy season well underway, record sales tax revenue means Arlington is poised to pay off its $325 million stadium debt 10 years early. That's expected to save taxpayers $154 million in interest, and we've already paid off $100 million of that debt. Take a look at the picture of the Arlington Municipal Airport, an example of your city working to maintain services. Sometimes the place is absolutely packed. This spring, when federal sequestration threatened to cut off all funding for the FAA contract program, which staffs our control tower, the city took action. Council members sent letters and lobbied Washington, D.C. directly. Arlington Municipal Airport turned out to be the only one in Texas to receive a total reprieve. Eventually, all cuts were delayed, but we remained prepared for similar challenges in the future, both at the state and the federal level. Arlington is also known as a city with conservative and prudent fiscal management. A new AAA bond rating this year from Standard & Poor's, the highest possible, is a result of years of careful spending, difficult cuts, and smart investments. Our rating agencies said it best in their reports.
We believe Arlington will likely sustain its very strong finances and maintain its moderate debt over the outlook's 2-year period. In our opinion, Arlington's strong financial policies will likely help mitigate the effect of potential revenue volatility on its reserves and overall budgetary performance.
Over the past 10 years, the Council has also increased its ability to issue capital debt. This puts us in the position to make significant investments in our infrastructure over the coming years. In addition to building our identity outside the city, we've also taken steps to enhance Arlington and help it continue as a thriving community. One significant measures of this is safety. As last year, the total crime rate is down 44% since 1985. A reason for the drop in crime is Arlington Police Department's focus on community policing, a strategy which we started in 1993 developed by a few police departments, is now implemented in most towns and cities. Police Chief Will Johnson says there are several keys to successful community policing, including citizen involvement and timely interactive communications. The department also enacted innovative techniques in crime prevention outreach. That includes informal community conversations throughout the city with various religious denominations. The department also has award-winning social media programs such as Inside APD, a weekly program hosted on the department's YouTube channel that gives the public an inside view into crime trends, safety tips, and activities within the police department. In their work within Arlington's borders, our police officers and firefighters both take part in regional partnerships that enhance the safety of our larger community. Some of you may have been surprised to hear that Charles Lodato, the Arlington detective who was shot this year while serving a warrant, was actually injured in Saginaw, not in Arlington. We are grateful for the quick work of his colleagues. Because of that quick work, Detective Lodato is recovering from his injuries. His work on that day as a part of a multi-agency major crimes task force is an important part of keeping all of North Texas safe. The long-term program that keeps us safe is CP Arlington. It started a decade ago as an effort to train 10% of the community in CPR, and the program has paid off big time this year. One day in April, the Arlington Fire Department helped save the lives of 3 individuals having cardiac arrests. In all of those cases, bystanders initiated CPR before the fire department arrived. Chest compressions and defibrillation within 3 to 5 minutes of cardiac arrest significantly increases survivability. Because more than 43,000 people have received this life-saving training in Arlington since 2003, we expect many more lives will be saved by this simple technique of hands-only CPR. Reading in areas of our city have been a high priority over the past decade. In 2006, Council approved the Lamar Collins overlay for redevelopment in a very dilapidated and high-crime area. This effort was designed to develop standards that ensure high-quality redevelopment. In 2013, a new vision for the overlay was introduced. Council anticipates further progress in this area. Another ally helping the city build a thriving community is the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation. It helps pay for projects like this one on Center Street, just north of downtown. Created in 2006, the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation is funded from gas drilling activities on city-owned property. To date, it has contributed almost $9 million to 285 projects in Arlington. The council decided to cap the foundation principal at $100 million and will use the excess money to fund significant investments in our infrastructure and to set aside resources for economic development projects. Connect Arlington from end to end and to the region has been a major item on the council's agenda over the past several decades. First, keeping our streets in good working order. Beginning in 2002, the city levied a 1/4 cent voter-approved street maintenance sales tax, which is dedicated to repairing and maintaining Arlington roads. This contributes more than half of the $30 million spent each year on road maintenance and repair. Since 2003, this sales tax has paid for the repair of 1,500 miles of roads in Arlington. This bus is a regular sight in Arlington now, and it means the city of Arlington is no longer the largest in the nation without public transportation. On August 19, 2013 at 5:35 a.m., the first Metro Arlington Express pulled out of College Park and headed to Centerport. Since then, we have seen extremely encouraging numbers. Max is averaging 250 rides a day, well above expectations for the first 3 months of service. Over the past decade, our council and staff worked on projects large and small with many of our partners to support quality education. We're working with the University of Texas Arlington, Tarrant County College, and the independent school districts of Arlington, Mansfield, Kennedale, and soon Hurst Euless Bedford. These willing partners help us build strong relationships and succeed in making a significant difference to promote education in our community. Bridging the perceived gap by connecting the UT Arlington campus with downtown was a very significant step. It all started in October 2008 when the Levitt Pavilion opened. The demolition of 2 buildings on the south side of Abram created green space where students and Arlington residents can gather for concerts and other fun events. The explosion of restaurants in downtown brings a college town atmosphere to Arlington, providing eclectic dining options for students, residents, and visitors alike. Development of College Park, which broke ground in March 2010 and opened in February of 2012, spanned the final mile between downtown and campus, providing entertainment, retail, and dining options along with student living spaces. This joint development between the city and the university makes our community a destination. UT Arlington is now the second largest campus in the UT system with almost 34,000 students. Under the leadership of the new president, Dr. Vistas Kabari, UT Arlington continues to march towards Tier 1 status. A lasting legacy provided to the Arlington community from Super Bowl 45 is a youth education town, or the Yet Center, built with contributions from the NFL, Super Bowl host committee, and the Gene and Jerry Jones Foundation. Owned, operated, and managed by the Salvation Army, the Yet Center opened on October 14th. It offers multiple opportunities and programs for low-income youth, particularly those who may have lost hope for a bright future. The Arlington Fire Department, Tarrant County College, and the school district work together to create a 2-year AISD Fire Academy for students who want to pursue a career in fire service. Students are chosen after submitting an essay, passing a written exam, and a physical ability test, and then undergoing an interview. They must maintain high school attendance and grade requirements to remain in this program. Students start as high school juniors and continue through graduation when they receive an EMT basic certification. Members of the Arlington Fire Department serve as certified instructors. In fact, this year, 4 graduates of the High School Fire Academy were selected from among 1,000 other applicants to enter the Arlington Fire Academy and are on their way to becoming firefighters for the city of Arlington.